Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. New for you today, first time run with the Kraton EXB. Let's take a look inside, see what I did. So, ordered a Kraton EXB, came in the mail, you know, as a roller like everybody else did, or several people. I want to go ahead and change it to fit my bashing style. So I took a look at what components it came with. I sit there and looked at what I had in my V4. And you know what? I ultimately made the decision that the V4 didn't really serve much of a purpose anymore. So I took the parts off the V4 that I felt like would be the best upgrades for the EXB, and that's what we have here today. So I'm really excited to see what she'll do. But as you can see, running the EXB EXB chassis braces. Got rid of the Voltage Hobby chassis braces I did have in this rig. The new updated receiver box. I did my normal mod on the battery tray where I actually kind of warm in some M3 retaining nuts there. And you can see there, went ahead and left it with the stock front shock tower. You know, the arms are super beefy on this. I'm really excited to see how they do. Front bumper is really nice, really sturdy. I did go ahead and use my Hot Racing front bearing carriers, my steering hubs. I felt like that would be a great upgrade considering the plastic ones really haven't changed. I did go through all the diffs. This one was pretty low, so I'm still running the same configuration I have run. So I got 60K up in the front, I'm running 500K in the center, and then I'm running 30K in the rear. So that from the front, really no upgrades except for the steering hubs. I did go ahead and install a M4 bolt all the way from the bottom through the top of this front chassis brace, so I could actually put a locking nut on there. Still rocking my Savox 1210. I am running the Kraton 8S Spectrum ESC and motor combination. And as you can see, I switched everything over to the M2C chassis, which I'll show you a picture here. The M2C chassis in the rear, the actual ears of the chassis are just a little bit wider than the Kraton EXB chassis. So I was worried initially that was going to keep the arms from drooping as much. But I don't know if you guys can see, you know, it's close, but it's just fine. I'm not seeing a problem with it. The other upgrade I forgot to mention in the front, I did install my Hot Racing front suspension block for the rear of the front diff case in the front. I probably will upgrade the Acumen plate in the front at some point. I saved the M2C back for that. I'm running Hot Racing front in the rear suspension block and rear in the rear suspension block, if you can see that. And then I am running a Hot Racing rear diff case in this. Now I did go through the rear diff. I'll show you a picture here. It didn't have a whole lot of fluid in there. I did check. I did have 3 shims on the planetary side, on the drive side. I put an additional shim in there like they do with the V4 Kratons. I checked everything. The clearances were good, but I did what I normally do with the ARRMA diffs for the open diffs. I did go ahead and stick with my rear shock tower titanium. I already had the M2C mounts in here. See how well it performs. Some of this is a little bit of a gamble on my side. Outside of that, you know, I vented, sealed the tires. I did go ahead and put on my Outcast wheelie bar on this. I stuck with my Voltage Hobbies servo mount. But I gotta tell you guys, I'm actually pretty impressed. The sealed bearings alone are a huge upgrade. But everything, these turnbuckles, I mean, this is where you break stuff, or I have been breaking. This front bumper, and as you can also see, I did go ahead and move over my carbon fiber tube, tower to tower, over to this as well. So it's a carbon fiber tube that you stick over the actual tower to tower brace. So let's give her a rip and see what she does. Guys, for the purposes of today, I haven't had time to reinforce this EXB body, so I'm not gonna bash it. It's a gorgeous body. I'm really digging it. But I already have my V4 body. These diffs feel different, boys. All right, boys, it seems like she might want some jumps here. See how she does here. Been a while since I've been out to this spot. Ah! That was a good double. Over my head, boys. I'm digging it. If you guys can pick it up, and I'm hearing a little bit of squeak. Definitely like having that rear diff open. The limited slip diffs in the center and the front. I can definitely tell the difference. It's actually handling better in my opinion. Another thing I did notice, taking it apart, putting it back together, they upgraded those shock rod ends on all 4 shocks. They look real beefy, a lot more material. I just don't see them breaking nearly as easy as the stock RTRs. Let's see how far she'll go, boys. Doing good, guys. Real good. So what'd you call a ramp shaver?
Yeah, that's crazy how you can stop it like that.
Yeah, just a little break and it stops right away. Now that was a ramp shaver. Oh, something's not right. Well, guys, that's going to call it a day for me. After inspecting the truck, the motor plate backed out just a little bit to where I'm just not good gear mesh anymore. I'm probably a little under the 24 hours the Loctite was required to let dry. So that, and I didn't want to run my Spectrum ESC, the fan kicked out on me. So that's going to call it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and share if you like the content, but I'm expecting to have a whole lot more fun with this truck in the near future. I thought it did fantastic. Its first rip out. I call it for me. I hope everybody has a great week. LrideBashItRC out.